Well, thanks for coming back, everybody. You once again joining myself and Liam on the banks of Linear Fisheries for our Biggun Carp Cup series. You join us at the moment when we're at the draw section, which is a nice early start on the Friday morning, looking at 48 hours ahead of us. With the field stacked, it was time for the draw and hoping that we come out nice and early. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case and it wasn't meant to be nice and early. However, we were mid-draw, and as you'll see now, we did actually have our choice of options ahead of us, but we chose section 14. Number of reasons for this. First of all, the vast majority of the water that we had in front of us where the showing fish were residing, but also it gave us the option of just being on the cusp of the bowl to the left hand side. Now, of course, trying to stay and fish effectively within comfort range was going to be key for me this weekend. So 2 rods right in the middle were always going to be at 23 wraps, and then the short one at 15 wraps. And as usual, before I even had time to get that kettle on, Liam's got the shout across to me, I'm into my first fish. First instance, get that camera around here, get him ready to capture the first moment and get us up and running in the second round of our Biggun Carp Cup. So here we go, first one in the net by Liam. As you see from the footage, you can see coming in from a zig, 10 foot, just out to the spot, a couple of spoms over the top. I think we were just about to change it as well, and all of a sudden it went screaming off just as the fish just washed straight over my spot. That can only be a good sign. Fingers crossed we get a little couple more now and the competition is up and running. But this first fish on the board for us, and our continuation of obviously starting early in these competitions seems to be continuing. So hopefully this time we can carry on and obviously make it a bit more prolonged and sort of in depth to the end of the competition, rather than going off like a steam train and then finishing like a lead balloon coming to the ground. Let's see. So here we have it then, guys, first fish of the session, up and running in the competition. Liam, as always, loving the zigs, pops one out, just under 10 foot was there? 10 foot, yeah. Obviously a bit of foam soaked in the old Parker Baits flat spot, doing the business once again. What can you say? Absolutely fantastic. We're up and running, 20 pound 5 on the scales. Bit of footage obviously as you've seen, but yeah, we're absolutely up and running. Fingers crossed now we have a few more. Let's go. So with the fish now safely returned to the water, let's get some spoms back out there. We did aim to get around at least 10 each out, but actually we pushed it to 15, knowing that the showing fish were out of distance. Keeping them in the area was always going to be key for us. So what are we doing now? Let's just have a little look. So left hand rod and right middle rod. What we're doing is we've got 2 solid bags and we are fishing here, and the second one then is just to the right hand side of it there. Okay, So obviously mini mix from Parker Baits is in there with a sort of magic dust mix at the bottom between the fish and the nut. And obviously they're both obviously with the magic bean. I've gone for one orange and one pink. And over the top of that then, I've actually made a spawn mix, which I'll show you in a second. And that is consisting mainly of sweet corn, hemp, the chili hemp oil, the chili hemp particle mix from Parker Baits, which I absolutely think is fantastic. I've been crying out for this for a long time, so hopefully this starts doing me the business as well. And then obviously on the middle rod then it's exactly the same, but the right hand rod we are sticking with a zig just in case, and I have brought that in to again 15.5 wraps, and I'm going straight out there. So again, you know, it's certainly one of these things that I'm trying to make sure I'm covering all bases. I think obviously if you're on the deck and you're not 100% sure what's out there, I am feeling some gravel spots and some silty spots, but the easiest way to play that then is just put a solid bag over it and you're effectively fishing really well. So I think, fingers crossed, that's gonna come up trumps for us. So I'll keep you updated through the day. We're still on one fish. There's not many fish come out throughout the competitions yet, but we'll keep you updated as we go along. So guys, you keep hearing me mention Parker Baits. I've worked with Parker Baits now for a number of years, and you keep hearing me saying how great they are. So how about you jump over to their website, have a little look to see what options are available for you, and see what's most suitable for you. There's anything from starter packs all the way to the biggest bulk buys to 10 to 20, 30 kilos that you can choose from. Whilst you're there, if you do use code Jonesy10 for your first order, you do get a little cheeky 10% off. But of course, you can do that after you watch this video, after you've hit the like button, after you've hit the subscribe button, and of course, after you drop a cheeky comment down below. Let's get back to the video. So tell me something, what's more frustrating when it's absolutely pissing down with rain like this today now and you're bivvy bound, this is going off, the football's on, this is definitely going off, fish on. Well, how about that then? You've got to be a very, very dedicated carp angler to go through what we've just been through. Guys, no, don't lie. First of all, watching, as you can see, sat in the bivvy because obviously it's absolutely bucketed down with rain. Watching the football, obviously Germany versus Spain. Spain currently leading 1-0. Missed the goal, and you'll understand why. So I'm gonna lie down, watching the game. Right down rod. Beep, 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 beep. Here we go. Fish on. Run out in the pouring down rain. Bring it in. I thought, oh, big ball of weed. Uh-oh. It's a tench. Okay, no problem. Decent sized tench. Give it that. Send it on its way. Rod back out. Clip it up. Oh, job done. That was a zig, by the way. 8-foot zig. Next thing you know, indication from the receiver goes off. I run out again, absolutely soaking the pouring down rain. Second tench. I was just thinking, wow, what have I done to deserve this? But never mind, the rods are back out. Not the targeted species that we need in this carp competition, but I'd say my 2 PBs for 2 tench, so it's got to be good something out of it. So I didn't weigh them, and one of them had a bit of damage to his nose mouth, but had a bit of carp care on it, just sent him on his way. But the rest of it looks all good out there. Rods are back out. Hopefully now the carp turn up and we can have something to grease our net. Keep posted. Well, good morning, and it is a morning update with a bleh, as they say. You can probably see from obviously what you're looking at the moment, it is horrible out there, and this has been constant now since about, I'd probably say about 4 or 5 o'clock yesterday afternoon. The weather has been absolutely atrocious. This morning obviously I woke up around, well, I say I woke up, I didn't really get much sleep because of the weather, the lightning, the heavy rain. But yeah, I woke up after about an hour or maybe half hour sleep this morning, around 4 or 5 o'clock, and I looked out and the light was shining through, so I thought maybe I could get some new bags out there, but there was just nothing happening. So I just thought, right, just leave it there for the time being. Nobody else around the lake during the night actually caught anything at all, which I'm not surprised about, if I'm being honest with you. But it's certainly something that gives me a little bit of a confidence to say that what I'm doing right now is still not doing anything wrong. It's just obviously the fish are just not on the feed at the moment. But like I said, I gave it a couple of hours extra when I woke up, just watching the water, making sure I was looking at the right areas, seeing what we can plan for today. And so I'm going to zoom in by you now. So we've pushed it now to around 18 wraps out. So yesterday we were around the 15. I pushed it back out now to about 18 because I've seen 2 fish show. In a spell where we didn't have any rain, I pushed them out to where we've seen them now. So hopefully that will make something happen, or maybe just entice them just to get down on the bottom and have a little munch, especially with this rain coming in, because this is in now till about 4 o'clock today. But as you can see, it's not particularly great around there. And at the end of the day, we're here to catch fish. Apparently, this is supposed to be one of the more runs waters of Linear Fisheries complex, but it's certainly showing it to be a bit of a hard task at the moment, and we're not having it all our own way. But like I said, unless you have the 3 rods in the water, you're not going to have any chance at all. So the rods are out, the fish are there to be caught. Let's just obviously pray now that we can catch 1 or 2 today. Going into tonight, if we need to change anything, we can change something, but for the time being, it's going to be a day within the bivvy. Good job we've got the iPad and a massive battery pack, because there's going to be a lot of bivvy work today. So yeah, I'll keep you updated throughout the day, and fingers crossed we catch 1 or 2 more. Hey, you know.
So being bivvy bound for the rest of the morning, it did come with its perks, of course. A couple of cheeky aeroplanes flying over nice and low to keep me entertained. This lovely looking snail decided to entertain me and give me a little visit during the bivvy time. Don't ask me what I've done with it, because I promised I didn't eat it. But of course, the highlight of the morning was a visit from my Liam. Standing all there proud. I can think we all agree that he's probably not going to be Britain's next top model. However, he does look good. In true Linear fashion for the Biggun Carp Cup, we do break off every Saturday around 1 o'clock, and that allows us to have a little bit of a social, get together, and of course have some well-earned food. But before that, Nobby and the team do put on a little bit of entertainment, allowing us to win some spot prizes. In this particular case, it was a landing net and some end tackle. So we dug into the food, which in my choice was natural, so burger and chips. Don't forget the no cheese, onions or sauces. So it was a nice plain Jane. Once we tucked into that, then he was ready to get to the fun underway and get into the competitions. Now you could say this is a bit spunky, however, Liam, once again, in his little cheeky underarm cast, he's only gone and nailed it. Now you'll see in the series of this Biggun Carp Cup, this is a regular occurrence for our Liam, nailing every single one that we've entered. Some say it's just natural ability, I just say it's damn good luck.
There we are then, guys. Liam back into his second fish of the session. Carp this time, of course, not the tension we had earlier on. 7-foot zig. Would have thought there's still boshing out there now. You've probably seen that in the background as well. You get a call from Liam to say, "Fish on!" You get around here as soon as you can, camera in hand, capturing the moment. And say we knew we had that storm coming in. You can see out there now the winds are they're gushing down this neck of the woods. So hopefully this is a decent one. It looks like a decent one, to be fair. Let's see what it is. I'll let him concentrate on this one now and we'll come back to you when we're close.
Well, I don't know if you want to hear my voice, but Lee's into his first carp of the trip on a 5.5, 6 foot zig. Yeah, hopefully they'll bring the thing in, and you know, we'll be up on 3 fish then, and that'll be a helpful bonus today.
Here we go in, guys. My first fish of the net. Looks like a mid-20. Lovely, lovely plated mirror. I can't wait to get it out and show you guys because it is probably one of the best looking carps I've caught. So I'm really, really excited to get that one out. But we're back out there. We're out there now with the zigs. Talking about 20 wraps out maximum. 8 foot zigs, and they're still boshing. The weather's come out, the sun. There's a little bit of cloud there, but the sun has come out, perfect timing for us. As you can see, it's absolutely changed conditions compared to what it was yesterday and certainly the day before. But no, we've got one in the net. Job's a good one. Oh, did I mention? Liam's also got 2 in the net. Had to get that one in, didn't I? Part of a double take originally, so Liam had the one first of all. Again, it looks like very similar to the one he had yesterday, probably in up to 20. But we'll get that out and way. But while I was bringing my one in, he then obviously heard his alarms go off, so he shot off and got that one in. And then we got 3 in the net, so waiting for the marshal to come around to verify them. We know there's been a lot of activity up the top end of the lake. One peg's also had 5 in the net, 5 in the slings, and 1 playing at the time being. So we got to be in it to win it. Let's get these weighed, and fingers crossed we can shoot up our leaderboard. Yeah, one's it! I don't even know. Taking that 1-all with England game, man. Sorry, boys.
There we go, first of the day for us in section 14. Took this one on a 5.5 foot zig with a bit of black foam. It all started kicking off when we had a load of fish showing over us and didn't seem to want any bottom baits, and yeah, just started having lots of runs on the zigs. Unfortunately lost about 4 in the process, but we managed to land 3 between the pair of us.
But anyway guys, as Liam was saying, this is the second of 3 fish that we had in quick succession. following his instructions as captain of the team, changed over to a zig. Mine was about 7 foot off the deck. Obviously a bit of black foam soaked in some Parker baits flat spot. So what an absolute beautiful old dog this is. Won't keep it over long too long. Get some sills it, and then we'll get it back in the water. Oh, mwah! What a beauty.
There we go. That's the third fish of the day for me and Lee. This one's part of a double take. Same again on the 5.5 foot black zig, and this one's gone just over 21 pound. And me and Lee are now going to go and slip our double take back into the water together.
There you go. Mwah. High five. Come on.
It's a nice fish actually, isn't it?
Yep, there's one of 3. Here we are then, guys. As we settle into the last night of the competition, the rods have just been redone, the rigs are set. We're carrying on obviously what's brought us success so far. So as we can go through them, right down rod, I'll just show you up here now. So yeah, so the right down rod, let's relook at them. Going out. The two, the right and the centre, are in line with the pegs over there. Let's see if we can make them out. The right hand rod is going to carry on that 8 foot zig, and then the middle rod has got a yellow magic bean wafter on it, size 12 OG fish, and then on the left hand side I've gone for a washed out pink OG fish pop up, again in 12mm. Speaking to the rest of the guys around you, some of the tips I've been getting is more or less around the smaller of the baits, obviously with the bigger bait feeding areas. So let's obviously see if that carries on, because like I said, the 2 areas that have brought success so far is of course the zig. Oops, something's happening over here, is it? No, it's just a bit of undertone with the waves. So something pulling on the line there then. But yeah, so fingers crossed something happens now during the night, and then we'll assess things. But you know, I'm happy now to go into the night knowing that we're on the fish, and we've had 3 between us now in the last 2 hours. If I have to obviously bait up every now and then, that's something we're prepared to do. Coming in the last final hours of the competition to see if we can bump ourselves up that leaderboard a bit more. But fingers crossed. As you can see, it's an absolute gorgeous night. But for me, I think there's been a lot to learn this trip. Certainly in the case of if the fish are boshing and they're boshing in a certain direction, and this is what we've been speaking about quite a lot, is the techniques of the fish coming out of the water. How do we obviously learn from the ways they come out? Do we stick to the zigs or do we go down the bottom? But it's interesting, and I'll touch on it in a clip over the overview now, but we've discovered if your fish is coming out at an angle, it's not coming from the depths. It's literally just coming up to obviously eat off the naturals that we're finding. So the zigs probably only 2-3 foot underneath the surface. They're the ones that are doing the business. So it'd be stupid enough or foolish enough for us to ignore those kind of areas and those kind of telltale signs. But let's see what this evening brings now. The wind's picking up, the wind's coming into us though. The waves are coming into us, so hopefully them fish are on the move, and we can bag 1 or 2. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are with the fish techniques coming out of the water. Let me know down below. But I'll keep you updated now through the night, and hopefully we'll bring you 1 or 2 more. See you in a bit. Well, good morning guys. If you think I look a bit tired, it's because I'm very, very tired. It's been an eventful night, if I gotta be honest with you. Obviously, little things happening outside of the competition that we were brought into, but won't go into much detail about that. But in terms of the fishing front, it's been a very, very productive night. Liam obviously had his first fish around 12 o'clock, which was a nice 34 pounder. Now that has actually shot us right up a leaderboard, so woke up nice and early about 4 o'clock just to reset the rods, because the crayfish are absolutely demolishing my pop-ups at the moment. So we put the zigs back on. We've gone for 3 5-foot zigs out to sort of the long range distances to try and catch anything that's coming through last minute, but hopefully that will do something for us in the last hour. So it's just gone 8 o'clock. We've got 1 hour left of the competition. I've already had my 2 cups of coffee, so as you can imagine now I'm trying to wake myself up a little bit better. I'm ready for a slow pack down, but the rods are out for the last hour. Liam's obviously set as well. It's been a very, very good trip for him. I think he's landed 4 in total and I've had my 1. But yeah, let's just obviously see if we can close this off now in the last hour. We roughly know where we are on the leaderboard, but we just don't want to be too don't want to get carried away with ourselves, is what I'm trying to say. But no, let's see what the last hour gets. Everybody's stood up around their pegs now, just looking to see what changes they can make in our last hour. But fingers crossed we can get 1 more fish, knock off our lowest weight, and then bump ourselves up, or maybe consolidate ourselves at a higher position, ready for the final standings. But rods out at 9, presentation from 10 to 11. So fingers crossed we can be part of it and make this trip worthwhile. Keep posted.
And just like that, guys, tournament come to the end. Heading over back to the swims where we obviously doing the presentation right at the beginning. Obviously Liam collecting his awards for the casting competition, and we went straight in to the presentation. To our amazement, yes, we knew that we were bumped up the leaderboard with Liam's late fish the night before. Surprisingly though, that put us straight into 2nd place, giving us our first podium finish of the competition. And of course, guys, you know what's coming next. Whilst you're enjoying the presentation and us collecting our medals for the first time, go ahead and hit that like button. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. But of course, comment down below. Positive and negative, funny, no angry comments though. Keep them nice and clean. Until the next time, we'll catch you soon.